So, here we are with the first of the three-part launch of Superman the Animated Series, expanding upon Batman in what would eventually be called the DCAU. This time they've decided to go with an origin story. It had, after all, been some time since the Superman movie came out, and it wasn't good in the first place, so unlike Batman, retelling the origin would be more important on bringing kids up to speed. So, on the planet Krypton, a man will soon learn his Jor-El is doing some science.
Northern Region, Sector 17 Alpha, log date 8313 Omega 3.
Wait, 8313 Omega 3? Damn it, I can't believe I forgot our anniversary again. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Things are pretty ugly as his probe does its thing, although that might just be the handiwork of the flying translucent blob that soon attacks him. You know, there's not much in climatology literature showing the impact of monsters on your carbon footprint. Jor-El eventually escapes and heads back to the ship that's serving as his base of operations.
Good afternoon, Jor-El.
Brainiac, what an unpleasant surprise.
Guess Jor-El feels no need to hedge his bets against the robot apocalypse.
You know, Brainiac, somewhere in all those trillions of file clusters, there's got to be one that says people don't like to be spied upon.
Yes, I watched you mention that when you were on the toilet yesterday. After sending the data to Brainiac, Jor-El's wife and his son Kal-El show up.
No, it's just that once we're back, you'll start going over the data. I keep thinking, what if it supports your theory? What then?
We can deal with it. Trust me. The truth can only help.
Oh, Jor-El.
You are so naive sometimes. But her father thinks his continued theories of doom and gloom are just going to destroy his political career. You know how it is. It'd be much better to just set up a committee to show that you are against the end of the world on principle, and then go back to making sound bites, you know. I want you to know there is no one more dedicated to the specific values you hold most dear, and am the last bulwark against those who will take them away, toss them on the ground, and jump up and down on them. I don't think I'm overstating things when I say that to not vote for me is morally equivalent to eating live babies ripped from their mother's breasts. Remember my message. Spread love, or I will fuck you up. The argument over this is interrupted by an earthquake, but things still stay the same. It's all down to Brainiac. If it agrees that the planet is doomed, they're going to do something about it. If not, Jor-El's just got to let this thing go for good. The Council of Pointy Shoulders is in agreement on this. So, when Brainiac says this is just a case of shifting poles, they side with the infallible AI over Jor-El.
Your faith in him will be the end of us all. Act now and we can save everyone.
Act now and we can save everyone, but wait! I'll also throw in this limited edition glow-in-the-dark I Heart Krypton mug. They're not going to listen, but Jor-El is sure that he's right and Brainiac is lying. So to his wife's profound irritation, he's going to head down to Brainiac Operations to try to get the truth out of it. But Brainiac knows what he's doing and interferes, forcing Jor-El to finally head downstairs and vaporize the damn door just to find out for himself.
This is a breach of security, Jor-El. A violation of Statute 107653, subsection 4.85.
Oh, you are so obviously making this up. You are about 3 seconds away from resorting to letters, colors, and fruits. The reason for Brainiac's behavior is that it's beaming itself into a satellite, since, as the greatest repository of all knowledge on Krypton, its continued existence will ensure there is at least some legacy of their world and civilization. That's why it lied. Had the Council known that the world was going to be destroyed in less than a day, they would have wasted time having Brainiac try to save people in a futile act of sentimentality, and all knowledge of Krypton would be lost forever. He could have a point. Maybe he isn't a complete dipshit after all.
He's the intruder. Arrest him.
Nope, complete dipshit. Some people you just peg at first sight.
Be warned, he is armed. Use of deadly force is advised.
Well, on the bright side, when the entire population of Krypton arrives at the pearly gates, you'll be at the front of the line. Jor-El makes a break for it, evading the cops and outsmarting Brainiac. Suck it, Hal. But there's just so many of them. man, if only I had something like flight or great speed or invulnerability, but I suppose that's just a pipe dream for a Kryptonian. He manages to evade them and heads back home and finds that his father-in-law is starting to think Jor-El might be onto something. Well, a little late now, Pops. Kal-El's parents have no choice but to go with their fallback plan and save him. See, the original idea that Jor-El had was the entire population would be temporarily relocated to the Phantom Zone. Then someone could fly off in his one-person rocket and then let them back out on a new planet. With that no longer an option, they're going to use it as a life raft for Kal-El. Oh, those are great. I had one of those for the twins. Only it came in a bottle and said brandy on the side. Well, the cops are here, so Jor-El is ready to take off to lure them away, but it winds up being her father instead, leaving the two of them to finally do the responsible thing as parents and launch their unattended child into space. As for the pursuit of Jor-El...
Patrol's reporting in. Jor-El's escaped their perimeter. They're requesting further instructions.
It doesn't matter anymore. Farewell, Krypton.
Stone cold. I'm surprised Brainiac didn't give him the finger on the way out the door. So it looks like that Jor-El was right the whole time. Think we should kill him anyway? Yeah, he was really smug about it, so might as well. So Brainiac leaves, Kal-El flies off in his rocket, and Krypton finds out that all the time they've spent recycling was a massive waste of time. Tomorrow, the story continues with Part 2 of The Last Son of Krypton.
All hail the Overlord! All hail the Overlord!